We have two images here, which I think we need to clarify a little bit. One is fear, and the other is fire. It says, the friendship of the Lord is with those who fear him and his covenant for their instruction. So, what is this fear? The prophet Malachi says, "Lo, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the day of the Lord comes, the great and terrible day." Then he says, to turn the hearts of fathers to their children and the hearts of children to their fathers. So this will be a terrible day, but the Lord prepares us. He says this day is coming. I don't think the Lord wants us to be afraid of this day. He wants us to have a holy, reverential fear. Sometimes people say, oh, it just means to be in awe. And that may be true, because they use it here in our gospel. Zechariah writes, his name will be John, and immediately his mouth was open, his tongue freed, and he spoke, blessing God. Then fear came upon all their neighbors. This awe has a certain sense to it that I stand back and think, wow, God is so great. He is so loving. He is so merciful. I want to be ready for this. There should be sort of a little bit of afraid in there, but not the type of fear that makes us run away or keep our distance. And so the next image that we have here is the fire. The day of the Lord is coming, and he will appear in the temple, the messenger of the covenant, whom you desire. All right? Yes, he is coming, says the Lord of hosts. But then who will endure the day of his coming? So we want him to come. We want him to save us. But are we ready? Who will endure the day of his coming? And who will stand when he appears? For he is like the refiner's fire. He will sit refining and purifying silver, and he will purify the sons of Levi, refining them like gold or like silver. You don't purify sawdust. I do a lot of woodworking, and it burns really, really well. But you don't purify it. It's garbage. I use it to start, if I'm out in the backyard making a fire, I use that to start the fire. But that's not the type of fire here. The type of fire here is the refiner's fire. And you refine what is good, what is valuable, what is important. You don't refine something to destroy it. You refine something to make it what it was meant to be. And so God's love is this refiner's fire. And he loves us. And he thinks that we are important. And so he refines us because we are like gold or like silver. And there is an element of fear. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like getting burned. And the saints are the ones who love God so deeply, they jump into the fire. And they are burned, but they are purified. They are made perfect. They are made holy. The rest of us, and I wish I could say, I jump into the fire. But we all struggle with this. We're drawn to the fire, to the warmth of God's love. But when we get close and we get a little burned, a little singed, because God starts to purify us, we back up. Oh, I didn't sign up for getting burned. And when we jump back and we miss that warmth, and God draws us back in with his love. And so a lot of us, we spend our time jumping forward and jumping back. The day of the Lord is coming, and he will purify us like a refiner's fire, not to hurt us, but to purify us so that we will be pure gold, so that we can truly be his sons and daughters.